Hello everyone, today I'm making a video here to show you how to mass querying the server operation system version. I'm talking about in a Windows environment, right? Let's say you manage 200 servers or 500 servers, even 1000 servers, right? From time to time, you may ended up to lost the record of the operation system version each server has using, because from time to time you upgrade the server to from 2008 to 2012, you upgrade another server to from 2012 to 2019, and another server maybe stay in 2016. You may ended up, you lost record for all the details. The problem is, let's say you have a VMware environment, right? From VMware console, you're not gonna see the operation system. You're gonna see it's using Windows, but it's not gonna show you operating system version. Or in a cloud environment, let's say you're in Azure, right? It wouldn't show you the operating system version you're using. Um, so yeah, that would be a problem because, for example, Windows 2012 gonna ended up end its support soon. Let's say your company decide, okay, we're gonna have a project to upgrade all the Windows 2012 to 2019. So now you have a task to go ahead. You have 500 servers. You have to find each server's version. Let me give you an example, right? Let's say I have this is a server list here. I have 100 servers. How do you find out each server's version? I know maybe you remember some of them. I know this. I just did this in 2016. I know this, but some servers been there for a couple of years. I forgot. Totally forgot his version, and I don't have a record for it. And how do you find out, right? So one way is you can use a program called PSexec. If you are a system admin working in a Windows environment, you may already heard of this program. It's very useful tool to basically what it does is it's remotely running it can remotely running a program on a remote server. Let me give an example. For example, I have let me pick up one. Let's say I have this server, right? LDN ATS 31 AP. So let's say I use the most dumb way to find the service version, right? Let me do a remote login LDN ATS 31 AP. So log on. Okay, after I log on, right? Okay, you can do Win version. It's 2016, right? That's one way. Or after you log on, hold on, you use command prompt system info, right? You type in this command, it's going to show you all the detailed information about this server name, everything, right? So you're going to see its OS name over here. It says Windows Server 2016 Standard. So that's the version, that's the information we want. The problem is I don't want run that remote login to every single computers. I don't want to log in one by one to find out. I want to run maybe one single command, a query to find all the computers Windows version, right? And how do I do that? So one way is you can use let me see. Okay, PSexec. It's PSexec. This is actually this software tool from Microsoft. Basically, it does this. What does is it remotely remotely query. I mean, run a command on the remote computer. This one you can download. You can download from Microsoft, right? It's called basically this is a program called Windows System Intervals. Basically, you just go here, click on download. Basically, you can download. You can download the individual program PSexec, or you can download. I think this is the whole set called PS Tools something. Anyway, I already downloaded. So after you download, I download this one over here, PSexec. I download it. This one, yeah. So extract it. So you see all the tools. It does different things. So the thing I'm interested is PSexec. So let me show you what it does, right? So basically, you have a command prompt. Make sure you're running as a administrator, right? You run as administrator. Basically, what it does is let's do the same thing, right? Let's query this version of this computer. So you do go to my the downloaded folder. You run PSexec, right? You see how the program use. Basically, you just specify the computer you want to query. Then you specify the username and the password you want to use to run the command on the remote computer. This is username and the password have administrator rights on the remote computer, not on this one. So then the command you want to use, right, followed by the command you want to use. Okay, let me show you. So basically PSexec, right? You do LDN ATS 31AP, right? LD, okay, LD, LDN ATS 31AP, right? This is a computer. Then what do you want to do? Let's do system info. I want to run this computer, run this name. Look, it's actually executing process remotely. Okay, host name is this, right? Then OS name. So basically, it's found out the operating system version of the remote computer without running that remote desktop, right? Without that steps. So you may wondering, how come you did not specify username and password? Basically, I locked down because this is a domain environment. I locked down as this account is my domain admin account. So since I log on to this computer, this local computer, I use this account. So if you don't specify username like -u, whatever username, right? Then -p the password. If you don't specify this, it's gonna use whatever account you lock down as a credential to run against remote computer, right? So that's thing. So you run this command. Basically, it find out remote computer's version. But here's the problem. I have 100 computers, right? I have 100 computers. What do I do? Do I have, I just come here, run the second one, right? 31 AP. Let's say I want to do 31 DB, right? Then I have to do here. Then I do DB 31 DB. Okay. Now it's run. So that's one by one. But this is not the ideal way, right? DB is 2016. This is not ideal way to deal with this situation. If you have only 10, maybe even 15 computer, you can do that way. But let's say you have 100 or like 500 computers. I just want to generate whatever the OS version I want to put in the list. So later on I can use. Right? Is there a better way to do that? Yes. the way to do that is you're gonna use a for loop, right? So basically I'm gonna show you what's a for loop. So if you search Windows, let's search Windows for loop, right? Windows for loop, right? Let's say Windows for loop example, right? Maybe search for examples. Let's use this one. Okay, right? You search this Windows for loop example. Let's say click for the first one. This show you all the examples. How do I use it? The thing I'm gonna use is we're gonna use this loop. We're gonna through we're interested in this one /f, right? Look through the items in a text file. So right now we have all the server name in a text file, right? All the server name in a text file. So that's the one we're gonna use. So for loop. So now, if you click on here, it basically shows you, okay, the syntax. How do you use it, right? What's dilemmas, right? Means what's separate each one. So in this case, we don't have a comma, we don't have whatever hyphen, right? We don't have this. That's the space behind it. Space, that's our space behind each one. So the delimiters by default is a space or a tab. So that's we are using this. So by default, so we don't have to do anything. Now, this is we're gonna create since we're gonna create a loop file. This is a batch file, right? So batch file. So in the batch file, you look at this. It's very important. In the batch file, use percent capital G. Use this one. That's, I don't know why they name it. Just use this as is, right? Just cause how to use this for loop is out of the scope of this video, but it just show you, as long as we got this job done, that's it. So if you're interested for those for loop, for whatever, you may read through, like you have A, you have Z, have whatever. They have many different ways, but we're not gonna use that. So basically we come here. What we do is we're gonna create a loop command for, right? For, remember this F, right? Because we are interested for the content of the file, so that's F. Okay. So now you see now we need options, right? So option, we're gonna specify delimiters, so right. So with a quote, double quote here. So basically we just do a quote, DELIMS equal. So if you don't specify anything, that would be default a space, which matches our delimiters. Okay, so that part's done. So now it's said, okay, you want to query, right? Now it comes to percentage parameters. Parameters we're gonna use G, because as I just mentioned, right? Because it's in a batch file. Let's just use G. That's it. So just use G. G. Okay. So basically, it's saying, okay, we're gonna use this as parameters in where? In a file. So in the file, the file name, okay, file name is set, but we only have one file, so we only have one file. So that would be the file is mic list.txt file. So we're gonna do mic list.txt file. So we have a txt file here. So basically, it's gonna query all the items one by one, with the delimiters space. It's gonna query every items one by one. Then for each one, it's gonna do following. That's basically what it is. You're gonna do following. What do you want to do? Okay. Do following. See the do, right? Command. So the command we're gonna use is PSexec. That's the command we want to use, right? Okay. So now you want to do which computer? Yeah, this computer, right? So so if the first one, look, it's running this loop, right? The first one will be this one. You're gonna replace by this one. So we're gonna use the same thing. %% G, right? So that's a server name. That's a remote server name. Now we're gonna do this server name. So we're gonna run what? Run system info, right? So once you run system info, let me show you. Right? No, not this one. Run as administrator. Okay. Look, you just one example. LD and ATS 31 AP, right? System info, right? Okay, hold on. CD. Okay. Remember this command is generate a lot for like a detailed report. We don't need all these informations. We only need, that's all we need. We need the server name, then tell me what version this one's using. That's all I care, right? So later on I'm gonna use this. If it's Windows 2012, I'm gonna upgrade. If it's 2016, I don't care, or 2019 that's all good, right? So that's all I need. I need the server name, I need the operating system name. So look, this name is called the host name. Remember, it's host name, right? Because we're gonna use this one to filter it. This name is OS name. So what we do is, okay, if script, once the script run up to here, basically it's gonna generate this output for the server. So we don't want that much. So we just want filtering it, which is we use a pipe, the key. That's the key on the top of the enter key, right? The pipe. We're gonna find. Okay, basically you tell the script, okay, you find string. You find what string? You find string host name. Host name. Let's do the case sensitive host name. Okay. Alright, so basically this is one line. This one line is gonna loop through this file and use each line as a parameter, which is server name. Basically it's gonna run this command. It's gonna run, okay, this command is gonna run system info against this remote computer. Then once we generate information, just filtering it with host name. So as long as the line with have the host and the name, keep it. If this line have either host or name, keep it. Keep this line. For other thing, let's say if it found this right, it's no host, there's no name, so it's gonna skip this one, right? So that's basically what it does. So now you want to save it. You want to save this as a batch file. So let's say this is query.bat. Make sure you have to put the double quote here, otherwise it's gonna save as a text file. It's not gonna save as a BAT file. So make sure you put double quote here, right? So query.bat file. So now you save. Okay, close. Now we'll go back to this folder you see this query.bat file. You see little icon here. It's like actually a Windows bash file. Right? If you right click, click edit, you're gonna see this query, right? So let's see how it goes. So I'm in C drive PSexec folder, right? dir. So now you see query.bat, which is run this one, query ry. Hit enter. Look, it's looking at the first one. Now you're gonna see, okay, it's found the server name, the Windows version. The first one is Windows 10, the second one is Windows 10, the third one is 2016, right? It finds all the information, right? It's gonna run one by one. Look, 31 AP, so next one should be 31 DB, right? Yeah, 31 DB is query. Yeah, it's very useful if you have 100 computers, like 500 computer, right? It's gonna be very useful. You just let it run. But this is just the output to the screen. So basically, we just terminate this. We want generate list. Let's see, we generate list. We're gonna put it in server OS list.txt file, right? You just make sure the output goes to this file. That's what it does. Okay, now you see this. Sorry for the typo, right? So it's generate everything down to here. So look, if you double click this file, it's already generate some. So basically it says, okay, this is OS name, this is a Windows 10 machine. Yeah, we don't need this one, but doesn't matter. Now you have another server. So if you close this, if you open it again, right? Yeah, you see found some 2019 already. Yeah, so you see it's found out this yeah. So basically it does the job, right? Got job done. Let's say I have 100 server. I want to find out all the Windows 2016 servers, all the Windows 2012 servers. So later on I'm gonna use that information to do the Windows OS upgrade to 2019, right? This is very useful. Look, I already found 2019, right? I have this server. It's 2012. So yeah, so this is not ideal because you can filter out this, you can do whatever. Later on you can fine tune, right? Then later on you put in Excel sheet, so you have server name, you have a server version. Yeah, but that's not up to this video. So but basically that's how it goes. How you mass query the remote server's OS version, right? Hopefully I hope this information is helpful, and hope you like it. Thank you.